Welcome guys. So this will be my 8th and final Dominaria United quick draft. We'll just get it started right now. Okay, Leaf Crowned Visionary. Not the best card. We'll take it anyway. We'll keep an eye out for elves. So I know there's Elvish Hydromancer. There's the one green, the one mana elf, the cheap elf, and there's the Death Bloom Gardener, mana fixing elf. And there's another rare elf as well. I'd be gobsmacked if we actually put together an elf deck in this set, though, with only like 4 elves to choose from. But it's an idea. Okay, join forces. You don't see this very often. That's quite a good combat trick. 2 creatures getting +2/+2. Maybe it's good. It feels quite splashable as well. We've got Tura Canalid. I've tried playing this a couple of times, but not had much success with it. Doesn't survive long enough to make soldier tokens usually, or you don't draw your spells. But it is okay, I would say. It's double blue as well, quite a commitment to blue. We've got the Walking Bulwark. I'll tell you what, I have not played the Defender deck yet. I know there is the white Defender card that is pretty good. And it's like, you either get that, or you don't play Defenders. But I lost to quite a strong Defender deck that never played that card. I got milled out by Coral Colonies. Citizen's Arrest it's good removal. It's a commitment, quite a commitment to white. We've got an Academy Wall. Tolarian Gazer is pretty cool. Bone Splinters is pretty cool. That definitely, you use that with a certain type of deck. Bog Badger, Vanquish's Axe. So I do like these removal spells. Gazer, Splinters, and Arrest are all good. I've played Tura Canalid before. I'm not excited to play with this card again, I would say. I am excited to try and make a Defender deck. This looks like quite an important part of that, so you can suddenly go aggressive with all your defenders. So, and it's cheap and it can go in any deck. So I'm going to take this. There were no elves in that set as well, so yeah, this is a Cat Warrior. The chances of me going elf is astronomically low. Yeah, Floriferous Fine Wall. That's a wall. That's a defender. That gets you land. I think we're forcing a defender deck here because it's different. My pack 1 rare is not really playable. And I'm very curious to see how it will go. There is Gibbering Barricade, the Nightmare Wall. That's also very good because you sacrifice and draw cards. But this mana fixes you. I think this is actually very good. I'm going to take it. Join forces, monstrous wall leech, stall for time. That's probably pretty good for a wall deck. We're going to have a problem with flyers just flying over the top and killing us. We've also got relevant mana fixing. Radiant Grove, I think, is going to be good. I think we're probably playing white in this deck. Do I take the land early is the question. I think Stall for time is so good, I'm taking it straight away. There's another joined forces there as well. Okay, this is a mill card. If we're going for a mill strategy with the coral colony, which is quite possible. Destroy evil. We are going for kind of a white deck. There is another stall for time. Very excited about that card. Destroy evil's very specific in what it can kill. It might not be that good. White, black, and green, black lands are quite good. Let's take another stall for time. Right. Give me defenders. Okay. Well, if you're going to give me nail, avisor, aeronaut, fair enough. I think I have to take that. And it's, you know, a flying blocker. Is she an elf? Yes. She's actually an elf. Okay. Elf deck is looking good right now. Yes. Right. Give me defenders. What have you got? Did we make the wrong choice here? Okay, we'll get mana fixing. This guy's practically a wall. He's 1/3 for 2 mana. Blight pile. There is a defender. Yes. Ignore the rest of this nonsense. The walls are what we want. Okay, blue-red flyer. That's quite good. Because, hey, a flyer is basically a removal spell. But not really. Are we going red, though? I think... yeah. Do we take Balmor? Do we take... We're probably playing blue. Well, definitely playing blue. Impulse is quite good. Yeah, I'm not just casually going to add another colour to the deck. It's looking like white, blue, green right now. We could go for black as well. Let's get an impulse. Mana fixing is going to be an issue here. Right. Is it a bone splinters deck? Is a good question. I'm not sure it is. We will take the bone splinters. We've got a vine wall we can sacrifice. That seems good. Now we've got an actual wall, and we've got something really good, which is Battlefly Swarm, which can help stop the flyers. I'm going to take the barricade because it's defender, though. Monstrous War Leech, yeah. Destroy evil here. And another bone splinters, sure. Okay, ooh. Hello, a reach creature to stop those flyers. Yes. That speaks to me. The Martyr Primeval Warden. Okay, is it an elf? No, tree folk. Tree folk. Okay, yeah, good removal spell. This is a good card. Let's bring something back from the graveyard. There's the flyer. Blue-white flyer. We might be going fairly blue-white with these stall for times. But let's not forget the main thing we're going for, because down here I've spotted something. Shield Wall Sentinel. Absolutely gold in this deck, I think. I think you take this. Right. Now Dawn's Light. Protect the Negotiators. Cheeky little counter spell. We've got Joda's Codex. We are stalling the enemy. Maybe we can get away with this. Battlefly Swarm is good. We like that one. We have an elf. Tough decisions here. Right. Do we want the elf? So, the Death Touch part, we kind of got the ground defense covered. We're playing defenders. So this is just a ramp card. Maybe we don't need it. It's also, well, it's mana fixing. Maybe we need mana fixing. I'm tempted to take the very greedy Jodas Codex. Battlefly Swarm's good, but I think we can get those. And we're not overlooking any defenders here, so let's take the very greedy Jodas Codex and see if we can get that to work for us. Oh, look, Meria. Meria, Scholar of Antiquity. We are red drafting this one. Probably not playing it because it's red. I think we'll just leave out red. How many artifacts have I got? Oh, yeah, I do have some artifacts, by the way. So artifacts will tap for green. 2 artifacts will give me card advantage. You exile the top card and play it this turn. That might be very, very good. Okay, let's think about playing this. And guess what? She's an elf. Just saying. Right, Jin, big flyer, Tolarian Gaze. This is another one that speaks to me. This could be good. This is better than Bone Splinters. Yes, Tolarian Gazer. Tolarian Gazer, stall for time all day. Blue-black land just jumps out at me there. Got a bit of black, got a bit of blue. Seems like a good choice. Banalish Sleeper. We're not a removal tribal deck where, you know, we're going to kill everything apart from their important creature. I think it's Battle Rage Blessing as well. Let's take the Aquifer. We are going to need some mana fixing in this deck. I guarantee it. Blight Pile, another defender. I think we always take the defender. There is the mana fixing though, and it's an elf. Oh, we've got to take the gardener here. Got this push and pull between these, you know, elves and defenders. It's very difficult. Goblin, red green. Probably never casting that because we might not play red. Scout the Wilderness is mana fixing. It's green and white. I think that is maybe what we need. Battlefly Swarm is pretty good, but mana fixing also good. We gotta can't skimp on the mana fixing. Okay, another mana fixer or another Battlefly Swarm. Another mana fixer. Because one thing about these little insects, they are for 1 black mana. They're maybe not the best choice in maybe a 4-color, 3-color deck. 4-color deck. That's another mana worker, I think. Easy choice here. That would be a good red spell. Protect the Negotiators may be just about playable. Impede Momentum is a pretty decent spell. Broken Wings, though. Flyers are going to be the problem in a defender deck. But Impede Momentum lets you scry for 1. Yeah, okay, let's impede the momentum. This makes an artifact. We've already got 2 Bone Splinters. We're not a Bone Splinters deck. Yosh Declares War seems interesting. I'm going to take it. I might just immediately cut it from the deck, though. Could go well with Meria. We've got this kind of artifact. Oh, it has to be a non-token artifact. Okay. And yeah, that's a good final pick. Defiler of Instinct, a very good red card. Double red. I think we're not playing it. Forget about that. Okay. Now we've got to get serious about trying to put a deck together from this mess. Okay, simple decision. I think nice idea with Meria, but we'll just cut red from the deck. We've still got 4 other colours. Monstrous War Leech is not making the cut, I believe. Give up on the elf part of the deck. It's kind of... yeah, that's an elf scout. There's an elf druid there. This is quite tempting. But it's double green, and we're maybe playing 4 colours, so it's very hard to cast this. I do like Stall for Time and Tolarian Geyser, so I think we're kind of blue-white. Or do we have to be blue? We could splash blue for Nael. I think I don't like the Bone Splinters that much. So I wonder if we can just cut black. Yeah, we could cut 5. But let's see what we've got here. We've got another Blight Pile, so this is another commitment to playing black. And it does direct damage. I like Urg Spawn of Turg, but we're not really an Urg deck. Gibbering Barricade, we have 1 of. Haunted Mire's a good mana fixing card. Is it going to be helpful and tell me how much defender I've got? No, of course not. It says I've got 2 walls though. I feel like I've got more than 2 walls. Oh, a Blight Pile is a Phyrexian. So it's not helpfully, not actually telling you what it is. Well, let's take the defender here. This can do direct damage. Maybe that's... I haven't seen Coral Colony, so maybe we are pegging people to death with this. But this is what comes of trying to force a strategy. It doesn't always line up perfectly. Vine Shaper Prodigy card advantage. I think that's... is that an elf, by the way? Yes, it is. Okay. Yavimaya Iconoclast is another elf as well. We're not going for the aggro elf type of strategy. There's another elf there, by the way. I think we take the Vine Shaper Prodigy here. Maybe the elf deck is still on the cards. Vohar's definitely pretty good, I would say. Draw and discard every turn. I'll take the Vohar. Vortic Bone Rattle. We've got kind of a green-black feeling to the deck. There is a wall here, the blue wall. And a Gibbering Barricade. This is the real test. I really like this card. But I should probably take another defender. We'll just check how many defenders we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are we playing a domain deck? Or a defender deck? Or an elf deck. Should probably have figured this out halfway through pack 3, but well, this can get a defender back from the graveyard. That's an argument, isn't it? I like Bortuk Bone Rattle, so I'm going to pick it. Okay. No. No, none of these. Haunted Mire, please. There's the Coral Colony. Okay. There's Extinguish the Light as well. Are we running enough black mana that we can do it? We can get away with a double black card. No, I don't think we take Extinguish the Light here, which is, you know, it seems like insanity, but we are thinking we could cut blue. I don't know if we go for the. If this is the first Coral Colony, then I'm not convinced. So it's either we commit to defender with this, or we go for some more mana fixing with the green and go for more of this domain idea. Yeah, we might leave blue as a splash color. That's what I'm thinking. We need to. I think we need the mana fixing more desperately here. The blue wall. Stall for Time, we are a fan of. Crystal Grotto is mana fixing, which I think that's pretty important here. Founding the third path does a bit of mill. It's a nice black creature, but we could take another Scout the Wilderness here, and hopefully we are going to fix the deck. Urg is quite fun, but double black. Where I think we want another Gibbering Barricade here. There's an elf or a Battlefly Swarm. Just let's do an elf count. 3 elves. Plus, let's put all of these elves in. Just to recap, we have 5 elves. This is the most elves I've ever had. Battlefly Swarm would be an upgrade on Bone Splinters, I think, for this, because it looks like we're going pretty hard on defenders, and this is for an aggressive deck, and we're not an aggressive deck. So I think we've got to take the Swarm, unfortunately. It's nice to try and make your rares work, but yeah, I think we'll take Broken Wings. We might play 2 of them. Okay, cool. So we're thinking we drop blue, and we're probably playing black, so we'll take another Barricade. It's quite nice getting some late defenders here. So yeah, this is a bit of a mess. 52 cards out of 40. Right, I kept talking about dropping blue towards the end. It does mean we give up on Vohar. We've got the elf section with dropping Meria drops another elf. Yes, I think the elves do not make the cut here. We keep the Gardener. We drop that elf. Destroy Evil gets cut. think we're not making tokens. Let's try cutting bone splinters. I don't think it's a bone splinters deck. And we're down to 42. Let's put Namata on the deck like that. Okay, let's drop Broken Wings as well. And it looks like we don't have any white spells. I mean, I was talking about how much I like Stall for Time to Gizo. We might not play either of them. And what's our Defender battle plan here? It's the Blight Pile doing direct damage, I guess. And the Walking Bulwark can send them in to fight. So we'll do a little count of defenders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. We've got 8 defenders. Okay. Maybe we've got a defender deck here. Because this is the kind of thing I saw. The defender deck I came up against, it was a bunch of defenders and good stuff. Because yeah, of course he has nail. He had nail. Evans Aeronaut. He had Cruelty of Gix and things like that. So whatever rares you can fit in the deck, I suppose. Right, if we're brave and we cut Stall for Time, so we go down to 39 cards. There are still 3 elves in the deck. So it's green, black, splashing blue. And our other options, we've got Bone Splinters, War Leech. There are some blue spells we don't really want to cast. Leaf Crown Visionary. There's Meria. When we have 6 artifacts in the deck, this is a rare opportunity to play Meria and actually get some value. We just have to... Well, we've got the 3 mana workers, which really helps. We got Crystal Grotto, Haunted Mire, Aquifer. Okay, we kind of got... Okay, we've got the right tap lands. We've got 3 Scout the Wilderness. I think we can put a mountain in the deck. I think we just put 1 mountain in. There we go. Does this look for a basic land? Yes, it does. So I think we go for 2 islands. Meria, I think let's swing for the fences. Let's go for Leaf Crown Visionary, because we are literally playing all of our elves. This could get us some value. Got 5 elves. There are no elves left here. And it's a double green creature we probably won't be able to cast. You have to pay 1 green extra and then you can draw the card. Okay, so we are running Battle Rage Blessing. It's good. It can protect Nael. I think it's better than Broken Wings. I feel like it's sort of come together. Once you see that you can probably cut blue, and then you realise you can cut white. Then yeah, it seemed to come together, and they thought, oh, actually, let's just put the elves back in. That's fun. So we're elves and defender. It's kind of crazy, but maybe maybe it'll work. Let's do something nuts. Okay, this actually, the kicker on Scout the Wilderness does make tokens, so that actually makes Bone Splinters a bit more viable. Then you've got to, well, we probably have, I'd say we dropped the 2 elves we added to add Bone Splinters to have a sort of maybe a slightly more sensible deck that has removal. Removal wise, we've got this Death Toucher on the ground. We've got some blockers. It's not really removal. We've got one Battle Rage Blessing, one Death Touch Flyer. Yeah, we've got a flyer here and a reach creature to stop flyers. But maybe it's boring to play removal, and I want to play these elves and see if I can get some get to do some cool things. We could drop the top end, drop Portuk Bone Rattle, drop Joda's Codex, put in 2 Bone Splinters. Anyway, I'll stop thinking about it for the moment. I'll just call that end of part 1, and I'll have a... Obviously, I'm going to have to spend 15 minutes thinking about this one, so... thanks for watching so far. And I'm back. So, I've settled on, it's a green-black deck. We're going to go for Domain. We've got one of every land type. We've got Defenders, we've got Elves, and we've got 50 cards. Because we got I feel like we can get away with this because, or rather, this makes sense because we've got so much card draw in the deck. I think there's a significant risk of decking myself. So, just to count it up, we've got Joda's Codex is 1, potentially Nail, that's the second one. If you get all 5 basic lands, you draw cards off this. So that's 2. Namata can draw cards, that's 3. Meria can draw cards, that's 4. Scout the Wilderness digs a land out of your deck. Sort of honourable mention. Vohar draws a card, so that's 5. I've just put Vohar in. Seems to make sense. The Vine Shaper digs a card out of your deck. Leaf Crown Visionary, yeah, if I get another elf I can draw a card. It probably doesn't really count. This digs a land out of my deck. The 3 Gibbering Barricades draw cards, so that's 8 card draw, sort of persistent card draw effects. And that's probably just about it. And Shieldwall Sentinel digs a card out of my deck as well. So we're depleting the deck quite a lot. I reckon it's a significant risk I could deck myself, especially with quite a defensive deck with lots of defenders. And it's it is hard to cut decks down to 40 cards sometimes. So what I've been thinking about was whether I need Broken Wings or not. I don't usually play this card, but a very consistent problem. Threat that I've run into is Nael, Avazoa Aeronaut, so having an extra card that can take out flyers seems good, and then I can also always discard this card with a Vohar, potentially. So and that pushed this over the top. I thought, let's play Broken Wings. It could blow up my opponent's Joda's Codex as well. It could blow up their white enchantment prison cards as well. I think it's playable. We'll see. Excuse me. Right. So, how much land do we got? 22 land in 50 cards. So, we've basically added 5 land and 5 cards to the deck. So that's, a little bit more land. We've kind of erred in favour of more land, which that makes sense to me as well. For digging land out of the deck. So let's give this a shot. We've got 2 hours 43 left. I did take quite a long break. I think we'd have to be going some to actually run out of time, but we'll see. I went 7-1 the other day, and that took 2.5 hours. So if we have a 9-game one, we might run out of time. I don't know if you start the game and the tournament ends, if that's a problem. Well, okay, we've hit some mana fixing. We've hit literally all 3 salvaged mana workers, which is good news. We've hit 3 colours of mana. One of our main colours, we're missing green. Yeah, okay, let's do this. Blue's a little bit more important than red. Cool. We hit a forest. We need that extra land. Let's swing in for 1. Get the barricade. So if he plays a flyer now, we need to look for an answer for it. Okay, well we've got an answer for a flyer. I think, yeah, I'm not scared about losing the mana worker. I'm going to attack in. He's managed to hit, is it 4 colours in 3 turns? He's done quite well with his deck, but I've got 4 colours in 4 turns, 5 colours including the mana worker, so we're both doing pretty well. And I'll do this kicked thing here. Hopefully it doesn't get countered. Right, couple of lands. Oh, 3/3 creature seems good. That's going to add to the beatdown potential. I think I'd rather take that than land number 5. Right. We have land number 5. That's very good, because am I right in thinking? Yeah, you can play that this turn. You still have to pay the mana for it, obviously. That would be insane otherwise. Right, let's swing in like this. Let's see if he wants to trade off something. No. He wants to use this to play out something impressive. We could kill this, but I think I'd rather kill the thing he plays out. Now I know I've got there is one 6 mana creature in the deck. Because I could tap 2 artifacts here, exile the top card. And there'd be a 1 in 38 chance that we get the 1 card that we can't use. Oh, that's going to hurt. That's a full 5 damage. We didn't like that. We've got bone splinters as well we could do. Take out the 4/4 maybe. Yeah, I think we'll hold off doing that, I think. But what do we sacrifice with Bone Splinters? Not a mana worker. I think we actually sacrifice Vine Shaper Prodigy here. It is just a 2/2. I hope he doesn't have too many more of those, to be honest. I'm going to play a mana worker, and I'll just hold this. No, I'll play this land. And I'll just... Oh. Yeah, I don't want to trade off Meria here. Next. But you could just play 3 more of these and win. That's what I'm worried about. But yet, once again, we play against a domain deck and they hit 5 land types in 5 turns. Pretty impressive. Yeah, it's Meria's, it's Meria's Outrider, number 2, soon to be followed by 3 and 4. Okay, I get it. 10 damage already from just enter the battlefield effects. Well, I've not died this way before, just purely to Meria's Outrider. But the exciting thing here, we can tap 2 non-token artifacts. Let's do it. Exile the top card. It's a swamp. Let's play the swamp. Okay. Right. But Meria probably just has to trade off here with Meria's Outrider. It's funny, Meria is going to die to her own Outrider. But at least I drew a card off her. This can get pumped to 3/3. Personally, I don't think I'd play... Well, I don't know. It stops me gaining life. I guess it's a good enough card in its own right. But it's not the the scariest Night of Dusk's shadow that you're ever going to see. So, if he's got like 2 more of these in the deck, you know, we can't really afford to take the damage, I'm thinking. So, if he's got... I mean, it depends on what pump spell he's going to use. I think all the pump spells are just death. I don't think it's worth chucking the barricade in as well. It sucks, but I think that's what we have to do. He gets these back. Oh, he just wins. Okay, he just wins. We made the mistake of killing them. Therefore, he gets to cast them again and win. And we can't gain life because of this guy. Wonderful. This is the 4 Meria's Outrider game, I guess. That gains me a life, except it doesn't because of this guy. Okay, so we've got to find answer cards. I think we go... Right, let's sack this. Use all this mana I've got at the end of his turn. We won't gain any life, of course. Okay. And we just found absolutely nothing. Oh, well, we got a land. We got a land. We got a defender. That's all I have for you today. I didn't think I could have a more ridiculous game against a domain deck. This one, I've had a lot of ridiculous games against domain decks, but this is a new level of ridiculousness. So I'm just thinking, which color are we missing? White mana. So, possibly the mistake was not blowing this up. As it turns out, it's not going to attack. I'm going to have to Gibbering Barricade. Just thinking, why do I need white mana? Is that... Okay, we'll sacrifice this guy. We got the white mana. Sacrifice the Blight Pile as well. Yeah, let's do it. Sacrifice the Blight Pile. So looks like I've drawn 21 cards this game. He's drawn 15, assuming he was a 40-card deck. We managed to find Namata, Primeval Warden. I mean, we have this other problem here now that we just die to attackers. But this was our only card draw option, unfortunately. I'm just thinking, if I tighten the deck up a bit. Well, we see, I traded Meria off for one of these, and it looks like a really big mistake now. But because that would have been a sort of safe card draw option. Yeah, we could sacrifice this. We won't gain any life points from doing that. Maybe he'll forget to play this guy. You know, that's the stage we're at. He has Destroy Evil anyway, sure. Well, we'll sacrifice that. And not gain any life. Great. We got another land. I'm sure it will be important. We drew 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 land. 13 land. But we went through 22 cards. It's quite a lot above 50% land, though. Probably the most ridiculous way I've lost a draft game, I'm gonna say. Did not think about reanimation being the way he gets. I thought, oh, he's just got 2 more Meria's Outriders in hand. No, that's ridiculous. It's mildly ridiculous. It's what's much more likely. He's got the card that brings both of them back from the graveyard. So was that a game we base any judgment about the deck on? If we cut 5 cards from the deck, and none of those cards are removal cards, we're more likely to hit our removal. That's the theory. The last things I've added, well, the last thing was a Gibbering Barricade, but that's card draw. Broken Wings, Vohar, which is also card draw. Let's actually stick to my guns and not change a single thing. I like my 50-card deck. Let's go. We're going to 0-3 probably, but I don't care. that taking 20 damage from Meria's outrider in about 9 turns is it feels like an anecdote. It doesn't happen at every game. Okay, how are we doing here? We have a Scout the Wilderness and we have green mana and 3 land. That's huge. We can get a mountain to cast Meria. We can play Gibbering Barricade on turn 3 if we need to. I don't think we wait around with this to try and find the kicker. Get another land. Right. So, we're on the draw. It's probably a slightly slow opening hand we've got, but we'll see. He's blue-white. We sort of expect flyers. We've got no 2-drops. Let us play the tap land. Resolute Reinforcements. Is that what he's got? No, joint exploration. Right. So Scout the Wilderness is ramp here. If he's not playing a threat on the ground, next turn I can just ramp straight away. And I've got an answer to flyers as well, which is quite nice. It's a white deck. He might have those annoying enchantments that remove my stuff. There's a flyer. Okay. Do we want to... Well, he's tapped out. Blue has protection spells, therefore... Good time to do Broken Wings. We could wait for him to put the combat research on it. Oh, he's playing red. Okay. Meria's Outriders are incoming. Oh no, he's literally got Squee. That's pretty horrendous. Okay. We can have a Gibbering Barricade on the ground and a Battlefly Swarm. At least Meria's Outrider only does 3 damage. Okay, he takes out my blocker. Sure, with his 5 mana removal. He gets another Goblin. I don't have Death Touch for the Swarm yet. Okay. Scout the Wilderness. We don't have white mana to make dudes. So, yeah, running into Squee, bit of a disaster. Oh well. We will Scout the Wilderness and get that mountain. We need to do that at some point. Yeah, it comes into play tapped, that's right. So, let's play a forest. We do have black mana available for the Swarm. And it's not a great use of this to trade it off for Squee, but I think we just have to accept that fact. So he can... It's 4 cards, oh my god. So he's he's going to make a whole army of monsters. We either block Squee this turn. He's still going to make a Goblin this turn. Or we block this next turn. Take 5, I guess. No, blocks. Great. Drew loads of land again. Is it time to cut land? You know I'm going to regret it if I do. Get Meria. We get a salvaged mana worker. And fingers crossed. Right, where did I go wrong? Was it broken wings on his 2/3 flyer? Should I have ramped out Meria? Oh, okay. The old -1 power. And I think it's forced to block, is that right? Great. Love it. The old timely interference there doing a good job. It's a very good answer to a Battlefly Swarm. He's not attacking with the others though. And he's got Dominaria Terror, sure. Well, we do have a blocker for one of the problems, for the flyer. Sure. We do have most of the colours of mana we need. Okay. And the turn. Okay, looks like another quick 0-3 for me. Oh well. Right, well, block the flyer. Seems good. Block the squee seems good. Chump block the terror. 5 damage gets through and he can just replay squee next turn. Horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Do I get some saprolings? I believe I do. And did Squee just get exiled? Well, okay, it's another Tolarian Terror, because of course he has 2 of them. Why would he not have 2 of them? We can draw a card if we sack both our saprolings, but I think we wait until we block both the terrors for that. Okay, I guess it's my turn then. Oh, guess what we just chomp blocked with? My source of white mana. Yes. But, you know, the other options, Meria. Well, that sucks, but, well, we can dig a land out of our deck. We can get the plains. Just check that doesn't work. There isn't a secret bit of white mana hiding in my board state. Okay, plains. Boom. It'll be really great when I draw the 3rd one. Right. No attacks. End the turn. Right, just recap, sack 2 saprolings, draw a card, so that's the plan this turn. Looks like we are dead though. Why can't Nimata sack the saprolings for some life points? That would be helpful. It passed to blockers. We're gonna go block, 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 and block, and we're gonna take exactly 3 damage. 4 blockers. We're going to use this ability. We're tapping red. Do we have instant speed life gain in the deck? No, got loads of land though. We drew a land. You know what happens if I take a land out of the deck. $22 land in, you know, it is like a 26 land deck if it's 60 cards, right? Which land can we cut? So we need one of each type. I want to keep the 2 islands, 2 sources of blue. I did go up to 9 forests. Okay, I'm going to cut a forest. Is there something good we can put in instead? There's really... no. No is the answer. Monstrous War Leech. It's self-mill. It's going to deck me quicker. Best option is getting Bone Rattle, and he's a 6/6, but Bone Rattle's my only reanimation spell. Yeah, I think I don't trust the War Leech. It's good in a dedicated self-mill deck, I think. No, okay, maybe I stay on 9 forests. Right. What I was saying earlier was maybe concentrating the deck so there's more chance of hitting removal. The idea would be to drop 3 lands. That sounds a bit scary because that's going to be Swamp, Forest, and drop two cards. So probably, yeah, the 3rd Gibbering Barricade isn't needed. We could drop a Broken Wings. I think there's some good arguments for Broken Wings. We could drop Vohar and Broken Wings, because Vohar is just very hard to cast. After 2 terrible games, you just want to change the deck. Maybe the deck's fine. But game 1, the guy literally cast Meria's outrider 4 times and did 20 damage. I don't think there's a lot you can do about that. I mean, maybe have a card in your deck that exiles creatures from his graveyard. Oh yeah, we have that. We have Namata. We didn't draw it at the right time. So, but that deck ran over me with Squee. They just went first. Had a haster on turn 4 that could build up a board state, and they killed my blocker, so they got lots of goblins. Yeah, it was just, yeah, he had good first player pressure. Yeah, Squee is pretty fantastic for that. Okay, right, I was talking about dropping a forest, but I don't want to. I'm going to click done. I'm not going to touch the deck. Fingers crossed. I've got it right. Play another one. So if I'm going to go on a 7-win streak here, I can't have a long thinks about what I'm going to add to the deck. Got to believe in the deck here. We have 2 colours, so and it's green and black, my main colours. And we have Mana Worker, Bulwark, Mana Worker, maybe a turn 5 Codex. Okay, it's quite land heavy again. It's 4 lands. So I think maybe the issue is we've got a kind of control deck land count, but we don't have control deck cards. Card quality. Yeah, we don't have the card quality. I think we want to do a Walking Bulwark turn 1 and then start hitting him with it. Okay, that's the Broken Wings. So yeah, let's pump this guy up. Swing for 3. See if I get bounced. So we can play the tap land next turn. Do the same again. See if he's got a blocker. He's got Balmor. Just Broken Wings Balmor before he untaps and has a protection spell for him. Because this guy is trouble. Okay, draw 2 cards, sure. Now, I'm not building up my board state here, I think I'm getting in some cheap damage. Just waiting for him to actually get a blocker, and then I can start casting my spells. He has a Micromancer, okay. Cool, we have Meria, we have artifacts, we can start doing stuff. Okay, let's swing him with the Bulwark and see if he wants to attack. But this is going to be like attacking with a 4/4 next turn. Do I want Mana Workers? Alright, let's see if he wants to trade. Oh. Yes, it has Defender, so it skipped the attack phase. Right. Yeah, of course. I'm going to go Barricade here. Then that's a 4/4 attacker, potentially. Timely interference. Okay, yeah, you can get me there. Like that. Fair enough. Yeah, you got me. It's 2 games in a row, I think, that one's got me. Okay, we can have a wall of gibbering barricades that you might not want to attack into. Or I could just play my 2 Mana Workers here. Like that. There's the Tolarian Terror. Okay, we hit a land. Nice. Okay. Right, can we get away with a codex? How about gibbering barricade? Between all of these, we've got, you know, 5 power. It's just a bit scary how he's going to apply that damage. Let's do it. Let's try and put my my defenses up. In theory, we're good at defending on the ground. Now, he's not got black or white, so he doesn't have the spell that makes this guy indestructible. And, or the spell that gives him death touch. We're going to go with this. It's going to do 6 damage to him. Seems reasonable. We'll see what he's got. There's the blue one to give him +1/+1. So we're playing around that one. But there's also the red one that gives +3 and first strike. We'll see if he's the kind of person who plays that. Okay. Cool. So it's game 1 I think I came up against 2 Tolarian Terrors. This is probably the one where... Okay. I'm right in thinking this is going to cost 3 less to activate, so I can actually draw a card off it. No, I can't draw a card off it this turn. So I think we're just taking 5 damage from the Terror. I'm going to play the Codex, and then we can think about drawing a card next turn. Oh, Dragon Whelp. Well, that's a problem. That's 5 damage in the air. Right, I think I want to tap this for 2. I mean, we can tap both our mana workers with Meria to exile the top card. We'd only have 4 mana available if we did that. I will draw with Codex. I think we already just played a land as well. I'm always a bit too greedy with land draws. And funnily enough, top card was Bortuk Bone Rattle. So, good news, Meria can be replayed with Bortuk Bone Rattle. So we can at least trade off for the Terror, but we're dead in 3 turns from the Dragon Whelp this time. And I can't bring back my Broken Wings, but never mind. Okay. But yeah, I did think, hey, I need to have ways to kill flyers. And that's being borne out in this game. So, okay, that's going to have to block. We're okay with that. That was the plan anyway. We'll do that. That's 6 damage again, so we're playing around the +1/+1 thing. Okay, so he's going to kill that as well. Sure. Oh, okay, no, he's going to kill it and survive. Nice. He just happily does a 2-for-1 there, kills that. So I don't even kill the Terror. Great. So he managed to cast 3 spells to take 3 power off the board, basically. Pretty sweet for him. But, hey, I only took... He spent all that red mana doing that. I didn't take as much damage from Dragon Whelp. So that's, you know, that's something. So Bone Rattle, we think, bringing back Meria, because it, you know, it's doing 3 damage. Codex first, maybe. Just checking, just counting my lands there and seeing I hadn't messed up. And I can still cast the Bone Rattle, and we can get Meria back. I mean, he might have 2 more Flowstone infusions. I'd be very impressed if he does. He's got a bounce spell. Okay, what are you bouncing? Is it Vortic Bone Rattle? I hope it is. Okay, no, it's the Meria. Okay, that's coming in for 3 damage. Okay, yeah, that's coming in as well. So again, we can block and play around Shore Up. I've remembered the name of the spell. Gives him +1/+1. So I'll just overblock a little bit. See if he's got 2 more Flowstone infusions. He's not even going to pump the Dragon Whelp. Maybe he's got something else to do. Yeah, he's got more flyers. Okay. Good for him. Okay, we're going to Joda's Codex for 2. Wow, okay. We're going to Floriferous Vine Wall and dig for a land. Let's get a Crystal Grotto. Oh, look at these great cards I just bypassed. So Nemata is, that's an answer to Flyers, and that's going right on the bottom of the deck. But this is the risk you take with these kinds of cards. Sometimes you put your answers on the bottom, but that's magic for you. Right, Crystal Grotto. Get to Scout the Wilderness. That will actually shuffle the deck and possibly shuffle Nemata to the top. That's my reasoning. Right. So we keep that on top. We play this. Okay. We've made our land. Our land drop was Crystal Grotto. Yes. Okay. Let's try and survive another turn. We did well. We survived 2 Tolarian Terrors so far. This can actually be pumped to 7. So he's got 9 flying damage. This can be unblockable, so that's 11 damage. So I might be dead here. But it's a lightning strike on Meria. Okay. He really doesn't like Meria. And that's using 2 red mana, so I don't think he's got lethal this turn. But I might have to jump block. Right. Is that correct? 17 cards left. He's been through 23. I've been through 21. He's going to pump that how many times? Okay. That, of course, is unblockable. We have to take a trade if we can, so we're going to block the amplifier and take 8. Losing a mana worker, I'm guessing. You know what we're drawing. It's not going to be very useful. That's another flyer. Okay, great. So, yeah. We put all the anti-flying stuff we could find in the deck, but yeah, it's not going to be enough against a dedicated flyers deck. And when I've got 50 cards, it's a bit diluted, so we only drew Broken Wings. We are going to draw with the Codex. Fingers crossed it's something good. Or do we scout the wilderness first? We know our most expensive spell is in the graveyard. Do I do a 5-mana scout the wilderness? 3, 4, 5. It means we've only got 3 mana left for whatever we draw with the Codex. This could make the Codex cheaper to activate. That's true. Okay, let's do that. It's probably a terrible idea, but let's do it. And blue or red? I think blue's more important. Somehow. I'm going to draw for 1 mana. Oh my goodness, right. It's an actual flying blocker. And we still lose. But we tried. We tried. I don't know. I thought this deck was. I was hopeful about this deck. I thought it was good. I just thought this can't be another 0-3. How are they going to get through this wall of defenders? Oh yeah, I could play a flying deck. Yeah, good game. I mean the double flowstone infusion there. That just that took the biscuit. In fact, it was timely interference, double flowstone infusion. To keep his terror alive for an extra turn. So how many cards have I been through? So 24. He's been through 24, assuming he's got a 40-card deck. The Dragon Whelp, logically, is what we would block here. And give this guy Death Touch. And we die. And we go 0-3. Well, So yeah, we lose to the Flyers deck. That was probably on the cards. If I knew I was up against the Flyers deck, I'd have... Well, yeah. It's pointless to even think about that, but if I cut it down to 40 cards and just concentrated all the things that can deck out Flyers, then we've got, let's see, 3... 4, 5, 6. Yes, we've only got 6 things to remove Flyers. And then in game 1 we had the guy didn't land any combat damage on me, but I took 20 damage from Meria's Outrider. Typical, the first deck where I actually get to play Meria herself, she dies to her own Outrider. We managed to do the exile a card thing, tapping 2 mana workers, and we got a land naturally. Game 3 we lost to Flyers. Game 2, what was game 2 all about? Oh yeah, we were on the play against sort of, I think, blue, white, red. We did Broken Wings on his first flyer, the 2/3, and it makes sense, right? Doesn't it? You kill their flyer before it gets a protection spell, when he's tapped out. because if you wait for him to untap, he plays combat research and he has the hexproof spell, then you're in trouble. So I think that made sense. And then his turn 4, he plays, and I've had a slow start, so I didn't play anything on turn 2. So that's a problem. We got 10 things to play on turn 2. How many actual creatures? We've got a couple of turn 1 creatures. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Vine Wall doesn't really count because it's just a chump blocker. Yeah. So maybe those 4. That doesn't count. 5. That doesn't count. 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, I've got 8 2-drop creatures in the deck. So we got things that could maybe block. If we manage to draw these, but yeah, Squee on turn 4 was pretty bad. I played the Barricade, and then it's turn 5, and he's got the 5 damage removal spell. So then Squee gets through again, makes another goblin. What happened after that? Just more and more horrible things happened. I think he had 2 Tolarian Terrors. So 2 games in a row we've met 2 Tolarian Terrors. So yeah, this deck is not as super focused, I guess, as some of the other decks, or maybe we didn't have the best draw, but this is designed for, if I don't make it to the mid game, then this deck isn't great. It looks pretty bad, and we met 3 very aggressive rollouts. The first one was just direct damage. But then game 2 and game 3, quite aggressive rollouts, which we couldn't keep up with. We tried our best. Okay, well, I usually say when a deck is going to go 0-3, but I had high hopes for this one. But that's the second deck in a row it's gone 0-3. But maybe that is a reality of playing in Platinum Yellow. Maybe that's the decks are a bit more focused. Still, it feels like the magical Christmas land mana base my opponents are playing with, where they get all 5 basic lands out by turn 4 or 5, as in game 1. And then the next 2, the next 2 decks are just very solid aggro things, I suppose. We had maybe we had one land too many as well. We were a bit swamped in land. The idea is I've got lots of card draw to mitigate that, but you've got to live long enough to try and get to the card draw. So I think things like I went away from white and blue, but yeah, Stall for Time and Tolarian Gazer could definitely help you survive those early turns. And then you can get into the good part of the game, where I'm just going to get lots of card advantage. Oh well. Yeah, we didn't see the Leaf Crown Visionary, unfortunately. I had high hopes that would draw some cards. Yes, a pretty simple thing to do to trim this deck down. You just drop the Leaf Crown Visionary. Maybe drop the Meria idea. Then maybe you don't have to play as many artifacts to justify Meria. And you get a tighter deck, which is maybe more focused on removal. Yeah, maybe that's what you're supposed to do. because yeah, it was a 50 card deck, so yeah, everything's going to be more spread out. It seemed to make sense because I had so much card draw. Let's just I think I've added that to the deck list several times. Yep. But good news, I am done. I am done with Dominaria United. I do not have to play any more of these drafts. I did have 2 very good ones that went 7 wins. So it's a pretty good ratio, I suppose, for doing 8 drafts. But I think I had 3 that went 0-3, which is the most I've had in 8 drafts as well. So it's sort of feast or famine, which is a good reference because that's also a magic card. I think I'll claim a prize. Let's see how we do here. 1 more pack, okay. And let's have a look at the number of packs. Okay, 114, that is a healthy number. Now shortly, I think, next step, I'm just going to open all of these packs. I was thinking, is it better to wildcard a few things first? Maybe the rare lance, but I'm not sure. I don't think I'll take that step. I think I like having lots of wildcards. So anyway, I think that is a video. So thanks for watching.